So, I decided to make a YouTube video today. So, what's good, gang? We back. Today, I guess I decided to make a tier list based off the current patch, which is 12.12. Some of this is a little bit opinion based, but I'd say I'm pretty standardized with my thoughts. I guess I'll try and provide a brief explanation with the champs when I place them where I place them. Anyway, I guess we can start with Aatrox. I think he's a really good lane bully, but I see him struggle a bit more in the mid to late game. I think I'd put him low A or top B. We'll put him top B right now, but I might move him up based off where I decide to put other characters. Ari, after the item or the durability patch, she lacks enough damage to kill people, I've noticed, really. But she still is very good as like a control mage and just like a constant annoyance in the fight. So I think I'll place her in B as well. Akali, I actually don't know where to place Akali. She was looking really rough after the durability update, but I've seen her kind of return to form. I think I'll put her in C though, because it's just kind of like middle of the pack, I guess. Action. Action's like S tier if you know how to play him, but like no one knows how to play him. And when you don't know how to play him, like I'm putting him here, I'll be honest. But if you know how to play Action, he's actually Z tier. So I'm just gonna put him here because I've never seen an Action like actually like 1v9 a match in my elo. Alistar. I mean, he's tanky, but like I feel like he's like actually so bad as a support. Like, why would you ever pick Alistar over a different engaged support? I think I'm actually just gonna put him at like D. You can flash his engage, and he's just worse than most other engaged supports. Amumu. Amumu does a lot for your team, and the durability patch was actually a buff for Amumu. I don't think many people are picking him, but I think he's actually A tier with his max damage, or his max health base damage on his W, and the magic damage converted to true damage on his passive. Anivia, I think Anivia's like A tier as well this patch. She's just really good at controlling fights. She still does a lot of damage, and it's just harder to kill her now. Annie is B tier. She has good damage output, good utility. She just lacks a lot of the burst that she had, but it might be back after the recent patches. I'll have to see. Aphelios is either B or C. I think I'll just put him C. Aphelios just lacks a mythic, I feel. None of the mythics are excessively good on him, and he's kind of just in a weird spot where he doesn't really have a mythic or a rune, so he doesn't really know what to do. Ashe, I think Ashe is also C. She doesn't quite have the same problem as Aphelios, but as in terms of being a damage carry, which is what the role is for, she just does not do that at all. Aesol, no one picks him, and no one's good at him in my elo either. I think if you're good at Aesol, Discord ping, not your guys's. If you're good at Aesol, he's A or B. He's really good at controlling fights currently, and like just can be like a consistent like damage output and like utility champ. But I'm gonna put him in this category because nobody really knows how to play Aesol. Azir's S tier. He's easier to play than Aesol, does more damage, controls fights better. Azir is okay. Another ping for me. Hold on. I'm gonna go on Do Not Disturb. My bad. Anyway, Azir is like just so strong right now. He just does so much damage. It's so hard to kill. He's so slippery and he just deals so much damage. Bard. Bard realistically is like an A or B, but all the players that play Bard are crazy and don't like winning, so we'll put him on if you want to win, don't pick. Because, I mean, a Bard's most likely going to troll. Bel'Veth, I haven't seen much of her after the nerfs this recent patch, but before the patch, I'd say she's... Okay, I need to organize these. We're gonna have these so left to right is best to worst. So I think it's like this right now. It doesn't matter for this bottom one though. Anyway, yeah, Bel'Veth just does a lot of damage, is really hard to kill, very elusive, very tanky. Just a very strong character. Very good at ganking with her W and her dashes. Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank's always just kind of that run-of-the-mill character. I think he's pretty good right now because picks... I mean, in the meta right now, picks are really important because it's really hard to win 4v5, so I think I'd put Blitzcrank maybe right below Aatrox. Actually, and I think Aatrox is better than a Mumu, so I'm going to move Aatrox up to A tier here. So we'll put Blitzcrank at top of B. Brand after the durability patch. I don't see him better than Annie. He's just always, like, too easy to be killed. He has no real, like, stability or, like, ways to, like, save himself. But he does a lot of damage. So I'll put him in B. Braum? Braum's probably, like, better than Brand and Annie. I think he's also in B, because Braum he's just really good at peeling for carries. His stun's very useful. His shield's very useful. The extra armor magic resist on his W is very useful. And his R can like help like split team fights and just create a lot of space. So it's really good. Caitlyn. Caitlyn does have a mythic. But Caitlyn's so reliant on like a range support. Like, if Caitlyn's with like a mage support, I think she's like over here. But if Caitlyn's with like an engage support or like something like that, I think she's like right here. So we'll put her maybe like right here. Camille's pretty good right now. Nobody's picking her that much. I think she's just worse than Bel'Veth. Just very easy to control lane phase on the character. Once she's ahead, she just does so much damage, and it's kind of like playing a tanky assassin at a certain point. Cassiopeia, I actually don't think she's that bad right now, but like, no one picks Cassiopeia. I think she's like really good actually right now. So I don't know where to put her. Nobody plays Cassiopeia. I think she's stronger than Ahri, at least. Cho'Gath is actually S tier. Cho'Gath is back to S tier. You can build... I think his tank build's better than his mage build, but he's a lane bully that scales ridiculously well in the late game and can be played in 2 different roles. 3 if you want to count jungle. 4 if you're playing with Senna support and you want to play him ADC. Just so such a useful character. This character is so good. Corki is in top of A. He's better than he's better than Bel'Veth. Corki just does so much damage. His package is like the best ability in the game or something. I don't know. It just is so strong. It does so much damage. It splits fights so well. And basically you can't fight when Corki has package. That's how OP it is. Darius. I mean, Death Dance is like ridiculously good on this character, but his mythics have been kind of rough lately. I think he's like a counter pick only champion, so I can't put him any higher than C, I don't think. But he's really good with Death Stance and when he gets ahead. So with items, this guy spikes really hard. Diana next. After the durability patch, she does feel like she's dealing less damage, but her clear is still really fast and her R is still really good for team fights. So I think I'm gonna put her above everyone in B. I think she's top of B. Actually, she's probably better than Amumu, so I'll put her in A. Mundo, this character is just such a joke. I can't even talk about him. Like, you cross the 20-minute mark and Mundo just walks to people till he dies because he gets blown up like every other tank. Or like every other champion. Draven, I mean, realistically right now, Draven is probably A tier? No, I think Draven's like B tier. He's still the most dominant ADC in lane phase, like you can't really fight him. But Draven's will probably be racist and toxic, so I'd just try to avoid him, to be honest. Echo? I think Echo's fallen off recently. I think he's like maybe like right above Aphelios, because I don't see any reason you would pick Echo over Diana. I mean, like literally no reason. Elise is still probably the best early game ganking jungler, but no one plays her that well until you get really high elo. So I'd say maybe probably better than Annie. She does a lot of damage, is very hard to kill, very good at counter jungling, and kind of just like control the map if you have a team to back you up. Evelyn, kind of the same way, but she needs level 6, but Evelyn is way stronger than Elise when she hits level 6, so I think I'm going to put Evelyn in B tier, like to almost top of B tier, because like I said, picks are so important right now, and it's really easy to get a pick on Evelyn, and when you do, like it's kind of just instant to a certain point. Like when she's so far ahead, she can kind of just kill anyone she wants. She's a very dominant character right now. Next, Ezreal. I think Ezreal, if I remember correctly, I think he's the best ADC right now. But maybe I'm forgetting about someone. I think Ezreal is about the same level as Corki right now. He just does so much damage, just so hard to kill. Just very useful in general. So yeah. Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks ult is really good still, but the rest of Fiddlesticks kit is like, I feel like really easy to play around. With the Predator nerfs, actually, his ganking's gonna be a lot worse early game as well, so I actually feel like I'm gonna put him like top of C. I think he's better than Akali still. Fiora, I think she got nerfed this patch, so I don't know. I'd say Z tier in that last patch if you play her correctly, because she just is so strong. But now I think I'll put her just in S tier. Just a really good counter pick lane, and if she gets ahead, I mean, she kind of just is like a monster. Fizz, I mean, this champ's just impossible to kill. He does a decent amount of damage, but like, you actually just can't kill him. So I think I'm gonna put him in top of B. He's kind of like, just like a better Ahri at this point, I'm pretty sure. Galio's really good as well. I think Galio is underutilized. Predator nerfs definitely hit him, because I think Predator was his best rune. But it shouldn't matter too much. His R is still really impactful, and his taunt is probably one of the better abilities in the game. So I think I'll put him right above Annie. Gangplank is Z tier, but no one will play him correctly until you get really high up. But it shouldn't really matter. I mean, losing lane on this champ is like pretty hard versus a lot of characters. He's a lane phase bully that scales ridiculously hard, and he has so many different builds he can go that it's like impossible to know what he's going to do when he loads into the match. So He's just way too versatile and does way too much. I think he's Z tier. Garen? I don't think Garen's very bad right now. His R is very good with the durability patch as well. His R is basically just a kill on someone in a team fight. Other than that, his lane phase, he can just kind of sit there and farm. And Stride Breaker's also pretty good on him. I'd say he's probably the best champ in C tier. Gnar is, I think, bottom of A. Gnar is pretty good in lane phase, really good ultimate, just really strong character right now. Yeah, I think he's just really good right now. Very hard to kill, very useful for the team. Very good character. Next, Gragas. The buffs he got in the other patch were so beneficial to him. I don't know what other people think about it, but just playing Gragas, I almost feel like I could even put him on Gangplank tier, but no one's going to agree with that, so I think I'll just put him on S. I mean, mid and top and jungle he can be played in. All three he's pretty efficient in. He basically just can't be poked out of lane, and then once he hits one item, he kind of just one-shots you or kind of just does like way too much damage to the enemy team. Like he's just a damaged bomb. Like he does so much. So I think I have to put him in S. Graves? The Eclipse nerfs definitely did hit Graves, but not enough, I don't think. I think Graves' lane phase and everything is way too broken, so I'm just gonna put him above everyone else in A tier. I mean, Graves just can't really lose lane and just does so much damage. Next, Gwen. Gwen, right now, is probably S tier. She's so impossible to kill right now, and, I mean, it's just like her true damage is so good in the meta. Riftmaker got nerfed, but I don't think it really matters. Like, she's just so impossible to kill, and she does so much damage, and she can even build like half tank after Nashor's Tooth Riftmaker core, so she's just like really hard to deal with. I think she's better than Fiora even. She's a very strong character. Hecarim right now, Hecarim's probably worse than Elise, I'd say, but he's not that bad. Just whatever. I mean, he just kind of clears and ganks at a million MS. He's tanky for the team. Doesn't really do anything special. Heimerdinger D tier. Lane bully, but way too easy to play around. And literally just let him shove you into turret and farm under tower and just scale the team fights, because Heimerdinger will never be as useful in team fights. Alawi. Alawi's pass or E is really good right now. I think I'll put her at. I think she's better than Cassiopeia. Her E is just so useful for fights that I think it's worth actually just playing. Aurelia. I mean, if you're like good at Aurelia, I'm gonna put her as like the best character in the game. I don't know. Like, she just seems so OP, but realistically, Aurelia, like, if I was just gonna put Aurelia on the list anywhere, I'd probably put her bottom of B, if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, to be honest. Ivern. Ivern's S tier. No one plays Ivern. His shield is like, his E is so OP. It's damage on a character that shields for like 300 on like a 4-second cooldown. I mean, that ability is just so insane. And then with Moonstone and Daisy, Daisy's also one of the best ultimates in the game. He's just so useful for the team. Just very awkward to play for new players and very boring, I guess, and also confusing to learn, I guess, because he plays like a traditional support almost, but can play a little bit more aggressively because he actually does deal a decent bit of damage when with Daisy. Janna's Z tier. The nerfs didn't do enough, I don't think. Janna is just like the most broken support I've ever seen. She's my permaban. Her R heals for like 600 health to every person in the circle. her scaling with Glacial with her passive on her W, I believe the passive's on. Actually, it just might be her normal passive. It's just so broken. Character just is so disgusting. I just never want to see her again. I'll put her above GP even. J4, his recent buffs makes it so he gets double the amount of passive procs in a late game team fight. And I didn't think he was too awful before. I think he's better than Elise. I don't think he might be better than Evelyn. Yeah, I think I'm willing to put him above a Mumu even. I think he's worse than Diana, but I think he's for sure an A tier. Just a lot of utility, and now he'll be even more useful in team fights. Jax is kind of just a counter pick. When Jax gets ahead, he's like so broken, and as a counter pick, I think I have to put him above Camille even, because I think he just does more. Next, Jace. After those Eclipse nerfs, I don't know, Jace was already kind of in a rough spot, so I think I'll just put Jace at top of C tier. He's kind of rough right now. Jhin, I think is better than all these ADCs on the bottom here. Although they kind of indirectly nerfed Jhin with a lot of the things they've been doing, I think he's still pretty good. Because Jhin kind of is just your character that sits in the back of your team and just finishes off the kills that need to be finished off. And his R and W and traps just provide so much utility. It's actually really nice to play with the Jhin. I actually think I'll put him like with Braum. I mean, he's really useful. I really like playing with Jhin. Jinx is better than all those ADCs as well. I don't think she's better than Jhin, but she's really close. Actually, she might be better than Jhin. She is a full damage carry. If you play around her, she might be able to just win the whole team fight by herself because Excited is so good. Yeah, I think I'll put her above Jhin. Kai'Sa, lane bully. She's alright right now. She's better than these ADCs on this tier, for sure. But I don't think she's even close to Jhin or Jinx, so I'll put her right above Jace, I think. Kallista's probably better than Jinx and Jhin, just because Kallista can be such a good lane bully, but a lot of people are bad at Kallista, but I think she's really good right now. Probably even top of B. She just does a lot of damage, very good lane bully. Very good at fighting, just really good brawler. Karma's bottom A. Karma just gives so many shields, gives so much movement speed. Really hard to deal with, good root, good damage, just really good support. Just kind of hard to deal with. Karthus is Z tier. This champ just does way too much damage for what he does. Basically one of the hardest scaling characters in the game, and all he does is sit there and clear the jungle or die for minion waves bot lane. You could play a mid, bot, or jungle, and all of them would work. Even support, but support's not as good as mid, bot, or jungle. But you can play him at all those places and do necessarily fine because Karthus is just so strong right now. Kassadin is top of D. Situational counter pick, but like it just feels like the sparkle of Kassadin is just gone. Like his ultra superior late game is like, okay, whatever. Like, is Kassadin late game even better than Graves late game? I don't think so. So what's the point of picking Kassadin? Like, I don't even think Kassadin late game's as good as Jace's late game at this point. Katarina, I haven't seen much of her after the Divine Sunder nerfs, but with Divine Sunder, I'd probably put her just below Bel'Veth. I mean, she was like crazy broken. I think I'll put Bel'Veth over these two as well. Kayle. Kayle's still pretty good right now. Kale's definitely got a better late game than Kassadin. I just wish that she was played more. I don't know. I think I'll put her bottom or top of B because I think she's actually worse than Nar currently, and I don't know what to do or think about that. Kane is probably. I think Kane's like right up here. Kane's really strong. He clears really fast. Both of his forms are in a pretty good spot right now. I think Ross is a little better, but he has so many item options. Like, this character is just so good to use right now. Kennen's, I think, in D tier right now. I don't think the character's that bad, but what's the point of picking Kennen? Like, realistically, it's just a bully a laner. So I guess I'll put him in this order right now. Kha'Zix, his W evolve is really good for utility, but as an assassin, I don't see why you would ever pick Kha'Zix over Rengar. And for that, I think I have to just put him like at bottom of B. He's still better than average, which I'm seeing that I'm putting most characters better than average because Steve is supposed to be average, but whatever. Maybe more characters will go in C. Kindred. I think Kindred's S tier right now. Lots of damage, really good pathing, really good meta for her. The longer fights make Kindred very strong, and I think she's just in a really good spot. Kled. Kled's bottom of D. Actually, I'm putting Kled in. If you want to win, don't pick, because Kled is just so garbage. I mean, what's the point of picking Kled, to be honest? Kog'Maw was like Z tier this patch, or like this seat a couple patches ago, but now I think he's actually just like top of C. He's better than these other ADCs, I believe, but like not by a lot. LeBlanc, I mean, annoying, bursty. I'll just put her with Fizz. I mean, they're very similar playstyles. Realistically, she's probably better than Fizz, so I'll put her above him. Lee Sin, whatever. Middle of the pack champion. Kinda just feel nothing special with him. Leona is probably A tier. I think she's one of the better supports right now. Probably the best engaged support, unless I'm forgetting. Actually, no, there's one engaged support that's better, but I'll get to that. Lilia is probably A tier as well. Probably better than Diana. Not better than Camille, I don't think, though. Just lots of damage on Diane, or on Lilia. Very good at fighting. Very tanky. Lots of utility and sleep. Just very good character. Very hard to deal with. Lissandra. Just kind of run-of-the-mill champion. She's probably a little bit better than C tier, but I don't see enough of her to really judge. I think she's actually pretty good. She lacks a real mythic, though. I think Everfrost is her best one, but it kind of sucks to build Everfrost on her after they nerf it so much for, like, other champs. Lucian. Lucian's actually probably better lane bully than Kai'Sa right now. I think I like him more than Kog'Maw or Kai'Sa, but I don't think he's anywhere near Jinx or Jhin right now, so I'll put him over Brand, and that's it. I'll put Kha'Zix above Annie as well. And Aurelia, I'll put above Ari. Lulu is A tier. She's better than Karma. She just does a lot of stuff for the team. Very good in lane phase as well. Very good lane bully. She's a very good character. Lux is C tier. I mean, she does a lot of damage, but like she doesn't really do anything for the team other than that. I mean, there's just no reason to pick her as a support. It's like so annoying to play with. Like, you don't actually support anything. You just want to one-shot the enemy team. Malphite. Uh, Probably better than Jace, but kind of just a counterpick character. Like, no one thinks anything about Malphite. Like, oh no, they have a Malphite. Like, just kind of a character in the game. Malzahar, realistically, right now, is probably like somewhere near here. But nobody plays him. But I think I'm gonna place him here just because he has a special place in my heart. Like, Malzahar, just so useful, so much damage on the character, so much utility in R. Basically can solo win games with that ability. So I'll put him right here. Maokai is just going in D tier. The Maokai jungle with Omni Stone is no longer in the game, so rest in peace, but it's just like, I don't know. What's the point of picking Maokai? His ultimate needs a rework or something. It's so bad. And support Maokai's kind of just dead. I don't know. Master Yi. Master Yi was getting a little out of hand, but now I think he's like bottom of B. I'll put him in C, actually. Because Master Yi and Kog'Maw are very similar, I think. Okay, where did I just grab Ari from? Right here. Yeah, I think I'll just put him with Kog'Maw. I think he's better than Kai'Sa, but worse than Kog'Maw. His Fortune is like S tier ADC right now. There we go. I got an ADC better than Ezreal. Her ultimate's still the best ADC ultimate in the game, I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm forgetting about someone, then I'll mention it later. But yeah. I mean, Miss Fortune, they nerfed her Eclipse build, but it's still usable. Just because the armor pen on her R is just so useful. Oh, Lord. I don't know what to think about this character. I think he's still pretty crap, but to call Malzahar good and then call Mord bad, I think is a little stupid. I think I actually have to put him over Graves. I think he's just too easy to play in lane to not justify. Like, with Ghost, this character can just run at anyone he wants and then either catch him in a bad position or just kill him in the realm outright. So, I think I have to just put him here for his easy lane phase and then that capability. Mord. Just C tier. I don't know. She's better than Lux, I guess. Better than Fiddle, better than Lee Sin, better than Garen, worse than Jace. So yeah, I think I'll just put Morg there. Nami. I'm putting Nami in Z tier, I don't care. I mean, this character just does so much in lane phase. Her E is like the most broken ability ever still. Like, just adds so much burst to a character. Just makes people take so much damage, does so much. Very useful character. Nessus is kind of a slept-on character, but I don't think he's that good. I'll just put him over Malphite, because as a counterpick, he's definitely better than Malphite. Nautilus. I think I just have to put Nautilus in C tier. I don't see him being better than any of these characters in B tier, to be honest, and I don't even see him being better than any of these characters in C tier either. Maybe Lux. I think Lux is actually down here. Yeah, that sounds right. Nico. Nico's like A tier right now. I think she's better than Malzahar, better than Corki even, I think. Just no one really plays her. I think her top lane build's still doable, but no one really plays it. Just really consistent, very good. Next is Nidalee. I think she's like D tier, but people are so used to playing Nidalee that they just want to keep picking her. So I think I have to put her over Echo, actually, still. And Fiddle. She's not better than Yi, though. I think I'll put her right here. Actually, I don't even think she's better than Garen. Yeah, that sounds right. Nocturne. Nocturne's like B tier, I think. Just kind of here, kind of worse than Kha'Zix. Actually, no, I think Nocturne's like with Evelyn. They kind of do the same thing. Uh, just very useful character. Yeah. Nunu. Nunu's like the worst jungler I've ever seen. Like, this character just runs in and either one-shot 1000 AP giant snowballs you or just dies in the water. Like, what's the point? Olaf is probably Z tier. Actually, let's like organize this tier list, I think. I think it looks like this. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, I think the Z tier list looks a little bit more like this because I think Karthus right now is better than all these other characters. Actually, Olaf might be better as well. I think Janna's better than Nami though. And Gangplank's still here though. Oriana's probably better than all these other characters in B tier. So I think I'll just put her there. I don't think I can put her in A tier consciously, but she's close. Ornn, it's probably S tier. Just so tanky, gives your team so many stats. Just not even bad in lane. Just very consistent. Pantheon. I think Pantheon's underutilized. I think his scaling's actually pretty good. This is a little biased, I think, myself, but I'd say he's better than all these characters in B tier, but I can't put him over Karma, I don't think. Poppy's just better Pantheon right now, I believe, actually, though, so. I actually think I'll put Poppy, like, right above Jax. I don't think she's better than Katarina, though. Pyke. After those R changes, I don't really know how to feel about Pyke. I think he does what Jhin does, so I think I'll put him right below Jhin. He's pretty good, I think, but hardly do I see a Pyke like actually do what I want the Pyke to do. Qiyana next. I mean, Qiyana's like somewhere up here, but realistically, I don't know where to put a Qiyana because all the good Qiyanas are not going to be in my elo, so I'm just going to put her in here because I don't have a better spot to put her. Next, Quinn. Lethality Quinn isn't that bad, but they did nerf Eclipse, which kind of sucks. So, she's kind of just stuck to Prowler's Claw. Eclipse isn't that bad on her still, but I think I just need to put her like in C tier. I think she's worse than Garen, worse than Akali, worse than Darius. Yeah, I think I have to put her at the bottom of C tier. Next, Rakan. Lots of CC, lots of healing, lots of damage tanking. Oops. Where did I just put Rakan? I think I'll put Rakan, like, just above Brand. Rammus right now, no one plays Rammus. But I think Rammus is, like, actually up in S tier, but I won't put him there because I don't have enough reason to. I think I'll just put him at the bottom of A tier. I think he's better than Pantheon. Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai's pretty crap right now, I think. I'm going to put her worse than Quinn. Rel, I'm going to put her in D tier. Kind of crap champ. Renata, I'm going to put her... I'm going a little faster now because this is already a long video. Renata adds a lot of utility. I'm going to put her right below Bel'Veth. Renekton This character's just kind of crap, to be honest. He's worse than all these top laners in this. Rengar. I think Rengar's S tier. Can be built in so many different ways. I think I'm going to put him above Gwen even. Not above Cho'Gath, though. I wonder if I can organize this list in any more ways. I think Kindred's better than those characters as well. And Ornn's better than Gragas. Yeah, this looks good. Riven. Riven's S tier as well. I think I'll put her right below Gragas. Riven just does a lot of damage. Lots of tank. With Death Stance, she just tanks a lot of damage. She has really good items to pick from right now with Maw and Death Stance both being good, and Gore Drinker and Prowler's Claw both being good on her. She can kind of just do a lot. Next, Rumble. Worse than Renekton, I think. Maybe better than Renekton. Just kind of there. I don't know. Rise. He's better than these characters, at least. I'll put him above Kassadin. Samira. Not very good. Doesn't really get what she's doing. This is actually the best support, or tank support / engage support in the game right now. She's a really good top laner, really good support, really good jungler. Very slept on character, actually. Sejuani is like actually turbo broken. Actually just abuse her right now, to be honest. Senna, I'm gonna put Senna in Z tier as well. Just always really good. Just lots of damage. Lane bully. No reason not to pick Senna, to be honest. Yeah. Seraphine, S tier. Gives your team so much shields, gives so much utility, so much CC. Just put her in S. Set. I'll put him above Garen, but I can't put him above anyone else in this role, or in C. Shaco. I don't know what to do with this character. I think after the buffs, realistically, he's somewhere in B tier. But I can't, with AP Shaco being good and AD Shaco being bad, I'm just going to put him in C tier because I don't really know enough about the character right now, to be honest. I think he's worse than Yi. Shen. Meh. I mean, I think he's better than these laners, but not better than Darius. Shyvana's Z tier as well. Organizing these characters right now. I think I'll put it like this maybe. Shyvana's probably like above Olaf even. Hold on, actually, let me make it so you can see this a little better. There we go. Okay. Actually, I can even make it even easier to see. Okay, there we go. And then Singed, I don't know, they nerfed him a lot last patch, and they nerfed Predator. I think Singed is like bottom of C right now. Not good. Scion, also bottom of C, I think. I mean, not really a useful character. Sivir. Sivir's D tier. Worse than Samira. Better than Rel and Nunu. Not better than Maokai. Skarner. Skarner's actually not even a bad character right now. I think he's like in A tier, comfortably. Jeez, been speaking for too long, I guess. I'm gonna try and speed this up. Sona. Whatever. I mean, kind of just there. I'm gonna put her above everyone in C tier. Soraka is better than all these characters in B tier, but not better than anyone in A tier. Swain. No, I don't think he's... I don't know. I don't think he's better than Oriana, to be honest. Silas is... I think with... about at the same power level as Nar, I'd say. Probably a little bit better. I don't think he's better than a Mumu, though. Syndra is C tier. Kind of there. I'll put her above Akali. Tahm Kench is pretty damn good right now. I'm gonna put him in A tier. Probably above Malzahar. Talia. I want to put Talia in Z tier pretty bad, actually. I think I will. I think she's bottom of Z tier. I think she's better than all these characters in S tier. Talon's kind of confused in the meta right now. It doesn't really have like a consistent build. She's not really fully present. I think I have to put him worse than Akali. Taric. Tark's not even that bad, actually. It's really boring to play. I think I can't put Tark over Sona. I could put him over Morgana, though. Teemo's shrooms right now actually make him pretty useful. His blind's also very nice. But I don't like having a Teemo on my team. So for that, I almost want to just put him in this category. But I think I'll put him right below Lucian. Thresh. Thresh is better than Pyke. Thresh is better than Braum. So I'll just put him right there. Tristana. I think she's better than the ADCs in C. But I don't think she's near Lucian. So I'll put her at the bottom of B. Trundle is like S tier right now. Just so much utility on the character, so tanky, so much damage. But I can't put him over Seraphine or anyone else here. Also, I'm gonna put Seraphine probably above Ornn. Tryndamere, kind of a confused champ right now, but I think he's still pretty good. But I don't think he's that good. I think I'll just put him above, like Galio. I don't think he's better than Hecarim. Just a Fate, still pretty useful. Always can just roam gold card. I think he's better than Pantheon and Skarner and Rammus, but not better than these supports. Twitch is pretty good right now. I think I should put him... actually might be S tier. I think Twitch actually is S tier right now. Udyr? I think Udyr's like top of S. I think he output so much damage for how tanky he's allowed to build. He has so much movement speed, he just kind of runs around the map and just stuns people. I think he's like top 3 jungler right now with Karthus and Shyvana. And I guess Talia, I don't know. I think he kind of shares the same strength with Talia. I almost want to put him in Z tier. I won't, but I think Udyr is like ridiculously good. Urgot. Urgot doesn't really have a build ever, so I think I'm just gonna put him at bottom of C. Varus, I think Varus is better than Tristana, better than Lucian, not better than either of these characters, so I'll just put him above Elise. Vayne is probably better than Jinx, but not much better, so I'll put her above it. Veigar is like S tier. Probably better than... Predator nerfs actually did affect Veigar, but I think he's better than... yeah, I think he goes up here. Veigar's pretty good. Vilkaz, whatever. I mean, who plays Vilkaz, you know? Let's zoom out a little. Alright, almost done. Vex is going in D tier. I think she's awful. Better than these characters, though. Not better than Heimerdinger, though. Viego. I think Viego's better than Belveth, honestly. Victor is S tier still. Probably the, probably one of the best mid laners right now. Just consistently good. Yeah. Vi. Vi is... Vi is like... C tier. He's like... worse than Fiddle. Vlad is like... top of S. I don't think enough people play Vlad. Or bring the right summoner spells or runes on him. Honestly, I'm comfortable with putting Vlad over these characters. I think Vlad's like ridiculously good right now. Volibear jungle. I'm gonna talk about Volibear jungle. Volibear top's kinda meh. It's not that bad. Volibear jungle is S tier for sure. It's kinda just a menace. I think he's below Ornn and Seraphine though. Warwick is gonna go in C tier. Just doesn't really do much of anything, I feel. You can give this guy like 3 kills early game and you won't even care because his character just is so worthless later. Just a CC bot. So I think I'll put him... You know, Shen's actually better than these 80 carries, and so is Darius. Wukong's better than Udyr, I'll admit it. But not better than Talia. Actually, yeah, he's better than Talia. Not better than Olaf. I don't think he's better than Vlad either. I think I'll put him there. Xayah. Xayah's better than these 80 carries in C tier, I think, but not by much. Wrath is actually, I think, a really good champ, but no one plays him. I think Zerath's just better than Anivia, but not by a lot. Xin Zhao's a really good champ when paired with an Enchantress, but without an Enchantress, he's like bottom of C. But with an Enchantress, he's like right below Kayn, I think. Yasuo right now is like right above Malzahar, I think. Just really good laning, really good, just like utility. Just lots of CC with his R. Wind Wall is very useful. Just kind of a threat constantly. Very useful character. Yone. I'll put him with Yasuo. I think he's better than Yasuo right now. No, I think he's worse than Yasuo, but not by much. Yorick. I think Yorick's not that bad, but no one will play him. I think I have to just put him in bottom of C. I think he's worse than Urgot. Yuumi. I don't know what the recent changes to her really did, but I'd say she's better than Lulu. Zac. Better than Amumu and Jarvan. Not better than Diana, though. Zed. Zed's pretty bad right now, I think. I think Zed's better than Talon, though. Zeri. Put Zeri over Jax, maybe? Yeah, I think Zeri's up here. She's really good right now. She has AP and AD. AP's not even really a troll build. It's pretty good. Ziggs is actually pretty good, but no one's gonna play him still. I think he's worse than Twisted Fate, but he's better than these 3 champs. Zillion's like S tier right now. any of these characters in S tier though. Zoe. Zoe's better than Ziggs. Better than Zerath even. Yeah, put Zoe there. And then Zyra. I actually think Zyra is really nice to have on a team, but I don't think she's better than Sona, so I'll just put her right below Sona. Alright, so this is the final product of my 12.12 League of Legends champion tier list. So, if you have any comments or want to talk about anything, leave a comment. Thanks for watching. I know this was a long video, but yeah, thank you.